Avoid the company of liars. But if you can't, don't believe them. Give your friends your money and your blood, but don't justify yourself. Your enemies won't believe it, and your friends won't need it. Tension is who you think you should be. Relaxation is who you are. Not to know is bad. Not to wish to know is worse. If you understand everything, you must be misinformed. Listen 100 times. Ponder 1,000 times. Speak once. Be humble. Even an expert can make mistakes. Never put too much trust in friends. Learn how to use enemies. Life is half spent before one knows what life is. Disappointment comes to you from the side where you disobeyed God for. Judge not your beauty by the number of people who look at you, but rather by the number of people who smile at you. Vision without action is a daydream. Action without vision is a nightmare. A man who chases 2 rabbits catches none. Never trust the man who tells you all his troubles, but keeps from you all his joys. If a problem can be solved with money, then it's not a problem, but a cost. A drowning man will grab, even for the point of a sword. If you love something so much, let it go. If it comes back, it was meant to be. If it doesn't, it never was. We have 1 language and 2 ears for a reason. We need to listen more than we speak. Ugliness with a good character is better than beauty. A silent man is the best one to listen to. Only through suffering and sorrow do we acquire the wisdom not found in books. Never give someone the opportunity to waste your time twice. Honor may not win power, but it wins respect, and respect earns power. When the heat has passed, you forget about the shade of trees. It's hard to know the quality of a person or a watermelon. Who seeks a faultless friend remains friendless. A lazy man lies flat on his back. A lazy woman stretches out her legs. To ask is a temporary shame, not to ask, an eternal one. The only sword that never rests is the tongue of a woman. Even if friend is honey, don't lick them all up. The tongue is but 3 inches long, yet it can kill a man 6 feet high. Never miss an opportunity to put a smile on someone's face. At different ages, a person feels differently. Trust in God, but tie up your camel. Be in the world, but not of the world. A clever enemy is better than a stupid friend. Knowledge without wisdom is a load of books on the back of an ass. The one whose hand is in fire is not like the one whose hand is in water. Jealousy is nothing more than a fear of abandonment. He whose house is made of glass should not throw stones at people. Do not be wise in words, be wise in deeds. A fool dreams of wealth, a wise man of happiness. If you oppress who is below you, then you won't be safe from the punishment of who is above you. Be wary around your enemy once, and your friend 1,000 times. A double-crossing friend knows more about what harms you. The mouth should have 3 gatekeepers. Is it true? Is it kind? And is it necessary? Few know how much we must know, in order to know how little we know. Let your smile change the world, but never let the world change your smile. Get together like brothers, but work together like strangers. The smarter you are, the less you speak. Anger begins with madness, but ends in regret. Do not let your tongue mention someone's faults. You are also full of faults, and people have tongues too. I don't speak because I have the power to speak. I speak because I don't have the power to remain silent. If things are not as you wish them as they are. Examine what is said, not him who speaks. Open your mouth only if what you are going to say is more beautiful than silence. Do not eat your bread on somebody else's table. Person of 2 minds is a liar, and a person of 3 minds is a hypocrite. A bird that you set free may be caught again, but a word that escapes your lips will not return. Fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge. Fools despise wisdom and morality. Love sees sharply, hatred sees even more sharp, but jealousy sees the sharpest, for it's love and hatred at the same time. Write injuries in sand, kindnesses in marble. Making mistakes is better than faking perfections. Knowledge is a garden. If it isn't cultivated, you can't harvest it. If your strength is small, don't carry heavy burdens. If your words are worthless, don't give advice. The richest person is not the one who has the most, but the one who needs the least. Disaster comes from careless talk. The best answer will come from the person who is not angry. A pretty face and fine clothes do not make character. Avoid things that will require an apology. A round egg can be made a square according to how you cut it. Words would be harsh according to. If you fear something, you give it power over you. Do no evil, your enemy becomes powerless. When you give advice, you should first discern whether or not the other person is willing to accept it. Virtue is not knowing, but doing. Half of a person's beauty comes from their tongue. To be kind is more important than to be right. Many times, what people need is not a brilliant mind that speaks, but a special heart that listens. The devil interferes with hurried work.